Yo, what up? I'm back. Who there? All right, the goat himself. Big up yourself, my bro. Big up yourself. Oh, that Tina. Blessings and love. Big up yourself. Wagwan peeps. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Big up everybody joining in. To see if we can make a comeback. Get back in the groove of things. I haven't traded in literally 1 month. About a month I haven't placed a trade. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. So everybody going. Everybody can hear me. Anybody hear me? Everybody hear me? Let me know if you hear me, guys. Aha. Big up Aneta. Big up yourself. June boss in the building. Big up. All right. All right, guys. So, as some of you would have known, I've explained to some of the people in the group. Just launched a new business venture. So for the past 4 weeks, it's had me busy. So I haven't been able to put any time in the charts because they don't know, say, when they can't really trade when they're distracted with other things. So that's how you lose money. Which kind of caused me to blow my funded account. So that is why I'm just trying to take a break. So I'm actually accidentally put in the wrong lot size for my funded account, and yeah, but that is how it is. I have $20,000 that I won't be able to get back because I breached my daily limit. But so it go. Big up Ricardo, big up. So my thing is now, I'm going back to trading my actual account because I can't deal with the rules from the funded account. Can't. Yo, as soon as I realized I entered the wrong lot size, the trade went in drawdown a little bit and then moved in the direction that I was expecting it to go. If that was my live account, I would have made like $20,000 on that trade based on the lot size. But so you go, liberty. We move on. It's a part of trading. So how has been trading for everybody? How everybody stay? Anybody making any money last week? Has anybody made any money since I've been gone? Shakur, how the thing set? How the market are treating? Talk to me now, guys. How the market are treating? How the market stayed? Because I haven't really looked on the charts. The first time really I looked on the charts. How the market stay? Like, I know said there's a war in between Israel and Iran. I don't know how that is affecting the market. So how has things been going? Everybody's so quiet. Oh, go on. You not hear me? All right, June sir. Get in, get out type of market. Just been trying to lock down the whole. Okay. Okay, cool. So no holding. All right. Yeah, since honestly, since Trump getting power, yo, is like right now the market just step on a scalping vibe, like in and out business. Like you can't hold no trade these days. We could see what go on, guys. We could see what go on. We could pre the markets and see what go on. We could clear charts. Could turn on the 200 MA for search power there. So I start with UJ. Let's start with UJ. We're almost at the end of the month. So we could start with the monthly candle. Right away, this looks like a potential wick fill. So we could see price coming up here. We still need to make note that price did make this high. And then after making that high, it made this higher low. Or lower high, rather. So created this high, created this lower high. But then we look at the other end. We see where right here price is respecting this area right here. So price created this high, break structure right here, then created this low, and then after this low, it pushed up, break structure. Sorry about that. So price break structure with this low, it came back down, created a higher low, right? Then it created a lower high. Then it came back down again, respected this low, and now it's pushing up. So I'm expecting price to continue its push up. So even though it kind of ranging-ish, I'm expecting price to continue to push up because as you can see, we're in this move right here. Price is still going up just based off of that, and is moving in this channel currently. So we have a channel right now that price is creating. So boom, boom. So now we're looking for it to tap back up into here to create a higher high. All right. So on UJ, I don't know how the war is going to affect this. But for UJ, I'm expecting price to continue to push up. As you can see, price is respecting the lows. So we could see price actually push up above here. So price could be heading for 161.930. Everybody understand? Everybody clear? Anybody have any questions? Drop us 7 if you're clear. All right, so Chakor said, why not break below? So it can break below. It can break below, but right now, we have to understand that it's respecting the low. So we can't look for it to break the low until it breaks the low. So until then, Chakor will have to anticipate that we're going to continue to buy. You with me? You understand, bro? So remember, you know, price is respecting this low right here. Price has created this high. But overall, we can see that price is in a uptrend. And we have to actually continue to look at price buying overall. See? So until price starts to break down here, it come and retest, that's how our bias now will go towards sells. But based on how price looking now, our bias has to be buys. So it don't mean that we can't get a sell trade, you know. It just means that our overall bias currently is buys, is bullish. Right, so let's take a deeper look now. So this is the monthly, right? And we can see where. So let's take a deeper look. 1 second, guys. All right, guys. So let's take a deeper look now. As this is the monthly, we see where our first target could be this wick fill right here. Right? Price created this low, created a wick rejection. The previous month went up, came down, but closed bullish. And then the new month came down, created this wick, and now it's pushing up. So we can anticipate that for the rest of the month, in the next 8 days, we could see price actually heading towards 148.663. So that would be our first target for this month, right? So let's go to the weekly. As you can see, the weekly price is already breaking structure. So price break the previous week's high and is now pushing up and is headed towards this weekly high right here. So the idea is that once price breaks above here, we'll have all of this space to be able to get some trades. So all of this space right here is in play for this week. So what we expect is that price more than likely will create a wick and then push up to here and do something like this. So that is what we're anticipating. So now we go down to the daily time frame to see where are the opportunities that we can jump on for price. So we had this breaker structure here. All right, so this is a breaker structure. This is a high. So from this breaker structure, we know that we have this support, this level that price push away from. Right? So we do anticipate that price gonna come all the way back down here. So price gonna react somewhere in this region. So let's go down now to the 4-hour time frame to see where are the areas that price could actually potentially reverse to. So as you can see, we have another breaker structure right here. All right. And then, of course, we have this breaker structure right here. So to refine that a little bit better, we can look at this area right here as the most recent area that price pushed from to create this new high. So price pushed from here to create this new high. So we're anticipating that price could possibly come all the way back down here and then push up. So this becomes now our first area of interest. But let's see if we can refine this area of interest even more. So we go down to the 1 hour. As you can see from the 1 hour, price moved from here. So we have this area. You also have a breaker structure right here from the 1 hour, which means that you also have this area right here as a point of interest. So we have a breaker structure, so price push up from here. Then it created this candle right here, and then it pushed up from here. And now we're at this point. But then we also see another breaker structure right here. And this breaker structure also has another point of interest that we could look that price could actually push from. So we have a couple of areas. We have 3 areas actually that we could see price pushing from. 1, 2, 3. Now the one that it pushes from, we don't know for sure. But I would say let's use our Fibonacci to give us an additional confluence. I would say this is the area that price might possibly come down to. So we could see price actually come down to here, tap into here, and then push up. So I would say the first, the one in the middle is the one I'm leaning more towards. But let us refine it a little bit more. On the 30 minutes, area of interest there. And then this would be our area of interest right here. Still. Let's look at the 15-minute. So I believe that price is gonna push down here. We have a lot of liquidity sitting on right here. So could it be then, guys, that this could be our point of interest right here? Because we have some liquidity right here. So could we see price actually coming down, taking out all this liquidity, tap into this order block, and then push up? Could that be the move? That's a possibility. And also price could actually tap in here and move from here and push up. Especially the fact that the monthly candle is already very strong bullish. I'm not so sure it's gonna go too far down. So I would say the one area I'm eliminating is a third area, which is down here. Or I'd make the three of them stay, because price could move from any one of the three. So I would say these guys would be our point of interest. So here, here, and here. So these are the areas that we're looking for price to tap back into. So price could tap into here and push up, or it could go deeper and push up, or it could deeper and push up. So that's what I would say the move would be. There's also opportunities for short-term sell moves. But for me to take those short-term sell moves or scalp moves, I need to see price break here, retest here, and then I'd probably take it to down here or down here. But those are risky trades. I would say the best thing is to just be patient and see how price reacts when it comes down here. As you can see, price bouncing off of the EMA, the 200 EMA. So price bounce off of it right here. And once it bounce, it pushes up. It bounce, push up, come again, bounce, push up. It come again, and it come close to it, and then do a strong push up. So could it be that by the time price gets down here, the EMA would have actually been here, and then this will give us an even greater confluence for the second area right here, for this to be the move for price to push up. So that could be a huge possibility. So I would say that this would be where I would expect price to tap into for it to push up. So I don't want to take entries from here, stop loss below there, and target the high. Oh shit, the market opened all the way up there. So the market opened with a gap, guys. Interesting stuff. Yo, this is how crazy the market is right now. Look at this gap. Look at this gap that the market opened with, though. Yo, that's crazy. Look at this gap. This is crazy. So for now, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my alert to here, 159, 145.90. And then I'm going to set another alert right here at 145.631. So I have an alert at 145.922. And then another alert at 145.631. 145.922, 145.631. So depending on what happens when price gets to here, I'll make a decision if I'm going to take the trade. I'll update it in the group, in the Discord group, if I'm going to enter the trade or if I'm looking to enter the trade. So you guys would know which area I'm leaning towards, depending on how the market actually looks. But this is what we're looking at right now, guys. Everybody clear? Just drop a 7 for me if you're clear. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're clear. Let's go, guys. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're clear. Also, guys, remember to like the video, please and thanks. Drop a thumbs up on the video. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're clear. Come on, guys. Let's go, man. Everybody hear me? Am I being heard? Okay, finally. Guys, drop a 7 in the chat if you understand, if you're clear on what we're looking at for this pair. All right. Let's move on. USD CAD. Anybody near trade USD CAD? Anybody near trade USD CAD? If you trade USD CAD, what's your bias? Alright, guys. Alright, let's make this quick since nobody wants to interact. Since everybody's so quiet, let's just run through real quick. So USD CAD have a high up here. Have a low down here. Obviously, USD CAD is bouncing in these two areas. The price is moving like this. So price is basically ranging in this area for the past couple months. But what we've noticed is that even though it's been ranging, we still see price trending up. So our overall bias should still be bias. Price broke this level right here. Pushed up, tapped into here, rejected from here to a pullback after breaking this area right here. So could it be that price is retesting this area for a continued push to the upside? That's a possibility. So this order block could be the reason for this price actually rejecting from this area. So could it be that price is going to continue to push up? Let's see. As we go down to the weekly time frame, we see where the previous week ended up closing with a strong bullish candle from the area, also bouncing off of the 200 MA. So these confluences already are causing me to look at buys on USD CAD. So because I'm looking for buys now on USD CAD, as we refine this area, I'm now looking for buy opportunities. So let's go to the daily. On the daily, we can see where price has broken above here. This is the high that broke this low. Price has now broken this high that created this low. Can go down to the 4 hours to see a clearer structure. So this high created this low. This high created this low. And then you had a high right here. But then price broke structure on the internal side. And then after it breaks structure, it changed character right here. After it changed character, it broke structure right here. And now it's pushing up. Created this high. I know it seems to have broken that high. Also have a breaker structure right here. So price is now in an upward move. So I have a low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. So now we're waiting for some type of pullback, either to here for price to push, or price could come deeper and push up. So now we're looking for the areas where price could pull back to. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour,
We see this area as a possible area where price could retrace to, as there's a breaker structure here. And this breaker structure came from this order block. Also bear in mind that this is also a possible liquidity area. That price could come back to and draw some liquidity. And then this area could be a support level that price could come back to as well. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. On the 30-minute time frame, this seemed to be an area of interest because price actually started this upward move to break structure right here from this order block. So this could be also the area that price comes down to. Let's go to the 15-minute. On the 15-minute time frame, we can refine that area to right here. And we can refine this area down here I would say let's remove this area. Well, up on the weekly. Because price could tap into this area. So yeah, let's leave that area as well. All right, so our first point of interest would be this area right here. Also lines up with the EMA. So I'd love to see price come down here, tap into here, and then push up. So setting my alerts at 1.36971 and 1.36750. Those are the two areas I'm looking to enter for buys, depending on what happens when price gets to those areas. All right. Drop a 7 in the chat if you understand. Guys, everybody good? Everybody clear? Not hearing from anybody.
All right, moving on to GJ. Start with the monthly time frame on GJ. GJ is looking for buys, and we're possibly expecting to see the buys tap into that area. Price came, pushed up from its area, rejecting from its area. Now it's pushing up. We want to see clear these highs. Once price clear these highs, there's a lot of space, a lot of room in this area for price to shoot up. There's nothing really holding on to price once it breaks this area. So far, I would say we are biased on GJ. As you can see also, guys, overall, GJ is in an uptrend. So GJ is still in an uptrend. So we have to respect that. Right? So even though for the past, since the year has started, it's just been ranging in this area, because it came from, this is from July, August, September, October. So from the year start, it's just been ranging. From last year, GJ has been ranging in this area. So could it be that GJ is finally building momentum to close? What the hell, man? Could it be that GJ is finally getting momentum to close above here? Could this be the candle now that actually pushes above here? It's a very strong possibility. So if that is the case, we're only looking for buys on GJ at this point. We have 8 days left in this candle. Let's see if we can get any opportunities on the lower time frame. So when we go to the weekly time frame, we see where GJ did clear this high. Just imagine, guys, for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 weeks, GJ has been below this area. And then on the 20th week, it actually break above. Then the 21st week, it came back and rejected and retested the area. And then the 23rd, the 22nd week, it's now pushing up. So my guesstimation is that GJ is going to continue to push up, just based off how the structure looks, right? I don't anticipate that GJ is going to come and close back down here. The only way we start to look for sales is if we see GJ come back down, close back into this area, then we get a retest for price to push down. But for now, we'll have to think about buys for GJ. So now where we're looking for the opportunities for buys on GJ is where it's going to be critical. So right off the bat, we can see that there's an area right here on the daily, but I don't anticipate that price is going to come all the way back down here, right? Because on the weekly I've already cleared that area. So this would mean that price would actually flip on the monthly, which I don't anticipate will happen. So I don't expect price to come all the way back down here. So let's look at another area that price could tap into. So this is another area that price could tap into as well. So that's another area that price can tap into. Let's look at the monthly to see how that looks. Yes, definitely. Price could come back here and then continue to push up. But based on how strong the candle is, I really don't expect it to come all the way back down here. So let's look at see if there are any other areas on the lower time frame that we could target. So we have this area of interest right here. This is the high, the most recent high. Price came down. This is actually an order block. This is an order block that price tapped into, you know, guys. So if we were trading last week, we probably would have caught this trade because price push up, created this order block, price tapped into the order block, also tapped the EMA, and then push up. So price is already started the move from down here. So ideally, this would have been the area that we caught our trade from to push up to create a new high. But let's see if there's any opportunity for us to get in. All right, so boom, price created that. Then it broke structure right here. So price could come back and tap down into this area, or it could possibly tap into this order block right here. Not order block, sorry, fair value gap. So it could tap into this fair value gap right here and then push up. So it could come back down here, tap into the fair value gap and then push up. So that's a possibility. Let's go down to the lower time frame, even lower time frame, to see what are the other opportunities there. All right. So we see a breaker structure here. Price mitigated this order block, push up, created another breaker structure here. And then it left this support level. So this is a support level. So could we see price actually tap into here and then push up? That's a possibility as well. Let's go down to the lower time frame, even lower, to see what else is happening, what else is a possibility. As you can see, based off of that fair value gap, we also could look at this order block. So you have this area right here that price could tap into. Price tap into here already. This could also be an area of interest for us. From right here, this created this high, this breakout structure right here. So breakout structure here, breakout structure here. Price push up, it came back. This could also be a point of interest because price has not tapped into here yet. Let's see. 50-minute time frame. All right, guys, so I'm leaning more towards price coming down in this area. It could also come down to here as well. So those are my two areas of interest. We have some liquidity resting right here. So this would be my point of interest number one. And then this would be my point of interest number two. So I would need to see price retrace back down into here and then push up. How does that look on the daily? On the daily, that's a very deep pullback. On the weekly, it's not so bad. But on the daily, it could play out that way. But I think we need to probably find a closer area for price to push from. I would say outside of this area, the next area that price could possibly push from is right here. So this would be a more aggressive move for price. If price taps into here and then push up. So let's see how price reacts to these two areas first. And then once we see the reaction from those two areas, then we can decide. So I'm setting my alert at 196.191 and another alert at 196.029. So 196.191 and 196.029. So these are two areas that I am looking at taking trades from, depending on how the market looks. So, but overall, we're looking for buys on GJ. Everybody good? If you're good, press just comment 7 if you're good. Comment 7 if you're good, guys. Comment 7 if you're clear. All right, cool. Let's move on to gold. Let's do gold real quick. See what's happening on gold. So let's start from the monthly on gold. All right, so I sent a link in the group in the Discord, Chakor. Let's see what's happening on gold. Last month, gold hit an all-time high. No, month before last, gold hit all-time high. Big up Tina. What up? All right, so as my dad said, last month gold, month before last gold, it's an all-time high. So gold is pushing, right? And we made a mistake in trying to assume the pullback. So I think it's best to wait for a clear pullback before we start looking for sells on gold. But have to assume say gold is gonna buy. Honestly, we have to just assume say gold gonna buy, right? If we're gonna take sells, it's gonna have to be scalps, like some quick scalps. You can't be looking to sell gold long term because you really don't know where gold is gonna go, right? So we know that gold broke out of this area right here and push up on the monthly, and since that it has broken here, it has not gone back down. So we're not so sure if it is gonna go back down yet. So we just have to just assume that price is gonna continue to go up. Now let's go on the weekly to see what's happening on the weekly, right? On the weekly, we can see where price has been ranging in this particular area for the past couple weeks. So between here and here, price has been ranging. See? Cool. Now, price did break above here week before last, and then last week it came and then it retested this area. Now, one of two things could happen is that price could actually do something like this, where it creates a wick and then the body comes down, and then more body comes down and it starts to push down. The slight issue I'm seeing though is that even though price broke out of this area, it did not break back in with this candle. So we could automatically assume that because it never break back in, we're still going to be seeing price pushing up because it never break back into the zone. But we could get a closer look and see what else is happening. Right? So this even gives us a clearer definition of what is happening. So boom. Price break into here, push down, push up back, reject it, and now it's pushing down again. But again, price break here. And then as you can see, it's still in an uptrend. It's still creating higher lows. So therefore, we can't do nothing until we see price start to break and retest these areas right here in terms of sells. Who that the goat himself?
Yeah.
What?
I'm there.
Who that the goat himself? Why pray?
I did there, but I did do something, so I miss more side. But you can go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, as it relates to gold, this is showing that gold is still moving up. So until gold actually starts to break below here, retest, and then push down, we should be looking for buys, right? So this is the lowest point that gold came to before pushing up. So on the daily, we have this area right here that we need gold to actually break. So this low. Otherwise, from that, we have to consider that gold is going to buy. So until gold break this area, we'll have to consider that gold is going to continue to buy. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, again, breaker structure here. Price pullback. Price is pulling back to this area. Price broke out, pull back, push up. Now it's coming back to this area. And from this area, it made a strong push to the upside, which right off the bat is telling us that there's a great chance that price is going to continue to push up. So we can't look for sells, guys, until we see price break here, retest this area that it broke out of, and then we could probably look at this as the area where we could probably get some sells to. And then once it breaks there, retest here, then we can look for more sells coming down. But for the time being, we can't assume that price is going to sell yet. We'll have to wait until price starts to break these areas down here. So even if we're going to take a sell, it's going to have to be like a scalp sell. It can't be no long-term hold, because overall, as you can see, price is still moving up. Right? So let's see how things happen during the course of the week. But based on the weekly time frame, we could see price actually pushing up first with a wick and then start to come down. That's a possibility. Or we could see price come down first, grab the liquidity down here, and then start to push up to create an all-time high. So one of those two scenarios is what is going to likely to play out. So we have to just keep an eye and see which one of them will be the one that actually makes the most sense based on how the market is playing out. But let us get some refinement. So we have right here that price can also tap into before pushing up. So price could tap into here and then push up. So that's a point of interest right there. This also culminating with the fact that this could actually be liquidity. So we have to be careful, right? I would say the safer bet is to wait until price breaks here for sells. Until then, you have this area right here, and you also have this support level. So this is more of a support level. There's no order block there, but there's a support level right there. Right? As you can see, it's a strong area because guess what? Price has reacted to this area a couple of times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So price constantly react to this area. So there's a great chance that if price comes back to this area, it might react and push up. However, if it does come back and break, then retest and push, then we can look for it to push down. If you notice, when it came to this area, every time it comes to this area, it push up. And even when it break this area, and it came back, it never retested to continue to go down. It actually break back above the area, retest again, and then push up. So this is a strong support level that we can look to see price coming into as well. So I would suggest that we don't look for sells until price comes down here, retest into this zone, and then we can get some sells down. That's what I would say would be the best bet. Other than that, we're looking for buys, right? We're looking for buys until price shows us otherwise. So we want to see how price react to this area and this area in the next couple of days. So I'm putting my alert at 3295.934, and I'm putting another alert at 332.328. So I'm looking for price to either come down here. So price could possibly come down here and then push up, or come down here and then push up. But once I see price come down here, break, I'd wait for a retest of this area, and once I see price pushing down, I'm in it for sells to the downside. But until then, I'm going to have to maintain the buy bias. Everybody clear? Drop a 7 in the chat if you understand. Anybody have any questions? Let me know. Guys, drop a 7 in the chat if you're good to go. All right, guys, I just noticed something as well, right? So depending on how price open up, price could open up with a wick to the upside, right? So it could open up for a wick to the upside and then continue to push down based on the previous week. Because if you look at the previous week closed with a bearish candle. Now it could be that price actually opens up, creates a wick, tap into the wick, and then starts to push down with a body to close like this, right? So that's a possibility. So based off of that, I would say right here, if price starts to move up first, this area right here will be a decent area of interest for sells. This would not be a bad area for sells. So I'm going to set an alert up there. So if price opens up first and starts to move to the upside first, I'd want to tap into this area. Once I see rejection from this area, I'm possibly going to be jumping in for sells back to the downside. So this is not a bad area for sells. Everybody see that? Not a bad area for sales at all. So yes, if price opens up first, but I would say if you're taking sales, be very cautious of your lot size because you don't want to over leverage, because as I said before, price is mostly bullish, so you want to be extremely careful. So this gold trade is definitely on my watch list. So it could play out either way. It could either tap into here and push up, or tap up here and push down. So not a bad look at all.
I think if it go up to that zone you have out there, so it will just break and continue buy.
That zone, yeah?
Yeah. Because if you look on all of the lower highs them we create, it would have take out all of them there. These are the 1 hour time frame, right?
Yeah, 1 hour.
You see what I'm talking about?
In terms of this, like right or so?
No. Over more to the right. All the way over to the right. It looked like it did a consolidate, but it really did a create higher lows. Lower highs, sorry.
Lower highs, right? Don't or so?
Yeah. Yeah, so I believe above those, it will just continue by.
Oh, so break above.
Yeah.
And then continue to push up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a possibility. But then for me to take a buy, I would definitely have to see it break above here and retest and then push up. Because this could also be a bunch of liquidity building up, a bunch of orders building up, a price to come, take out all this liquidity right here and then push down. You get me, I say? So that's what I'm saying. So with this situation, I think both buys and sells can play out. Oh, hold on. Oh shit!
I'll go off or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I have a setup on NZD JPY. My alert just go off for that too.
Okay. 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 This is interesting.
Your bias for GJ was bias.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's moving though.
Yeah, the same thing.
I wasn't expecting it to move so early. I don't like trading this time of the day. It's worse on a Sunday. So I'm going to leave this alone, guys. I'm going to wait for, if it does close like this, I'd wait for it to come back again. The same place. I've seen this movie before. I've seen this movie before. So I'm going to be patient and I'm going to wait. Even though this should have given us a nice, possibly a nice 1 to 3 already. 1 to 3 would be right or so. So we would have gotten a nice shit. If I set it up, if I set a
buy limit.
A buy limit, yeah. This would have been a beauty.
In a no time, he hit.
Oh shit. I wasn't expecting this to happen so quick. Wow. Wow, guys. Wow. John knows, I imagine me just come back and already. Guys, it moved from the exact area where I expected it to. So right now would have been up a 1 to 3.4. But as I said before, no FOMO, no running down. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to set my alert again to the same area. So let's see if price will come back down again. Tap into this area. So I want to see a red candle close in this area, and then a new candle open, and then a green candle just continue to push up. That's what I'd want to see. All right. So yeah. But if we had a buy limit on this trade, it would have been 1 to 3 easy. Out of the trade, done for the day. Gone about business. But so it go. All right, back to how would I look on a while ago? I wish. Oh shit! Look at this, dog. Oh, the market moves so festive as it open up.
Yo, check if Trump bomb somewhere again.
That's what me I say. The market moves super festive, yo. It's crazy. And gold just open up to the upside. See that? Gold just open up and it leave a huge gap in this area right here. So this was the idea of price opening up with a wick first. This is crazy, guys. Market is moving crazy right now. So price open up week first to the upside. So might be looking for sells. If price gets up to here, might be looking for sells to the downside. Oh, damn, man. GJ is moving, guys. Shit. I think that was a move, guys. I think that was a move. So our next opportunity, peeps, as I said before, once price breaks above this black line, there's a whole heap of space in this area. Like price, there's nothing stopping price from pushing up and clearing everything here. Once it breaks above that line. Because I was looking at the monthly time frame. Oh no. Once it reaches above here. So here it does have some places where it can react from. But once price reaches into this zone, there's nothing stopping it from coming all the way up to 208. Sorry guys, whenever I catch a movie about, you know, I don't know, I wish we did. All right, so no sense to cry over spilled milk. So the next move that we want to see is we want to see price actually push up above here, then retest this area, and then continue its push up. All right, so we're waiting on price to break above here, and then once it closes above here, then we can look and see where we can get the retest. So we have to wait until this plays out. So let's move on to gold, see what gold is doing in the meantime. As I said before, waiting on two things happening on gold. Either price tap into here, and then we'll see if we can get some sales go down, or price pulls back, tap into here, and we can see if we can get some buys to the upside. So those are the two scenarios that we're looking at on gold. All right, so we saw where, right, price actually breaks here. Could this be a retest for price to push up, as Chakir was alluding to? So could we be looking at a closer area? Could it be that price won't actually end up coming all the way here, but could it be that price that we could look at this as a breaker structure? So that is the breaker structure right there. Is this now our point of interest? So are we looking at price coming here to push up? So if price continues to push down like it is doing now, I'm going to want to possibly see if this is an opportunity for us to get in right here at this point. So I'm setting an alert at 3.346. It's a fair value gap right here as well. So let's see how that plays out. I mean, this could be a head and shoulders pattern. Price come up, retest in here, and then push up. It's a possibility. All right, so guys, we look at US30, we look at UJ, we look at gold, we look at UJ, we look at USD CAD, we look at GJ, all right, GA, not interested, GU, on the monthly time frame, overall looks like it's going down. That's overall outlook. However, price broke structure here. This is a high right here. Look on your face, so what happened? So we have a breaker structure right here. Price is moving back up. We have a low right here that was created. We have a here right here. It's so tricky. It's kind of strange that for the whole entire month, this is the only candle. This is the only move of the candle. Well, the candle go up, then it push down. In 8 days, in 7 days, is the candle gonna flip again? Let's look at the weekly and see what happened. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, the weekly last week ended with a strong bearish candle. Let's look at the daily. Okay. Still not really clear. I could say that there's a breaker structure here. Then price came back, retest, rejected. There's also a breaker structure here. All right, okay. So a breaker structure here. And we have a breaker structure here. Price maintained here. Let me kind of make that a little bit thicker. So price maintained here, this point right here, pushed up. So we have to wait, guys, until price breaks below here for us to sell. All right, so we have to wait. And we have to wait for price to break above here to buy. Go down to the 1 hour. Weekly again. So is it that price could possibly come here, create a wick, and then push down? That's a possibility. Could it be that this is just coming up to create a wick first and then push down for the rest of the week? High possibility. Let's look at the areas where price could actually come to. Outside of the gap, we'll have this area right here that price break out of. Let's go and refine that even more. As you can see, price is below the EMA. So that's a confluence for sales. The fact that price is below the EMA. We see where price has been breaking structure. So could we look at possibly this area as our area of interest for price to actually come back up in here and then continue to push down? Could that be the move? Or do we look at it giving us a deeper pullback? We have a breaker structure here. We have equal highs right here. So could we see price actually coming all the way up here, grab liquidity and then push down? It's a possibility. All right, guys, so my 2 points of interest would be right there and then this level right here. So I'm going to set an alert at 1.3614 and another alert at 1.34857. Because I'm anticipating that price is gonna either tap right here and push down, or it could actually make us a stronger move up and then push down. I'm going to assume just based off of the monthly though. Based off of the monthly, I don't think it's gonna come all the way up here. I'm not so sure it's gonna come all the way up there. So I'm going to say that it's gonna take the closer reaction point, which I'm going to say is possibly right here. I would say it probably take the closer reaction point. So I would say right here would be the best bet. And also the EMA is under that area. So it could just tap on the EMA and then push down. So that's where I'm looking at, guys, on GU. All right, guys, so why patience is important. So GJ is now pushing back down. So let's see how it goes. I personally am not interested in NAS or US30, so sorry guys, won't be doing any trade on those pairs. Not interested. Too much things are going on with Trump. All right, guys. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at, guys. So I think that's it. I've done all the analysis of the pairs that I'm looking at for this week. So let's go a quick recap for gold. If price taps into this area first, which is the third 3,410, we might be looking for sells going back to 33.30. So that could happen, or we could see price come down. If price taps into 33.46, we could be looking for buys. So no clear bias because it could move anyway, in my opinion. So anyway, could actually work. On USD, JPY, UJ, I'm expecting price to pull down, to come down for a pullback and then push up. The area that I'm more interested in is the area closest to the EMA, which is going to be 145.6 region for price to push up from here. USD CAD, expecting price to pull back, looking for buys, looking for price to move from 1.3692 to push up. So that's another area. Let me see if I can get if there's another area from here that I can look at. Yeah, so those are the areas that we're looking at. What's interesting though, guys, is that the higher time frame is bearish overall because the EMAs are showing above, but the lower time frames are actually showing below. So USD CAD kind of tricky, but overall it's in an uptrend, so we're going to maintain that uptrend until price starts to break below here. So until price starts to do this, we'll have to be looking for buys. GJ would have gotten a nice 1 to 3 from early, but it never worked out. So I'm still expecting GJ to probably come back into this area. I'd want to see a red candle close right in this area, like literally close somewhere here, and then a new candle open with a wick first, and then we can push up for buys. So that's what I'm looking at for GJ. GA not interested. GU looking for a push back to this area for price to push down, or a push to this area. But I'm leaning more towards the current area where the EMA is at. So that's the area I'm leaning more towards. So that's pretty much it, guys. You don't know. If you haven't yet, guys, please to give the video a thumbs up. Please to like, comment, share, tell other people about the movement. I know I've been away for a month, but I'm back.
And we're going to be definitely going to be doing some live trading this week. I'm going to try and do live trading every day if the opportunity presents itself. But if you're in the group, you will definitely see me posting, trade ideas and trades that I might be taking. So we're looking to make some money this month, for the rest of the month, make some money for summer. So if you're interested in the movement, click the link in the pinned link and join the Discord group, the community. If it's the first time here. If not, guys, let's see if we can make some money, guys. I need a group to be super active. I need y'all to share your trade ideas. I need y'all to, ask questions. Let's see if we can help each other out. Let's see if we can all make some money this month, or for the rest of the year. You get me? I need you guys to be super active in the group. If you're not active in the group, I'm going to delete you. And that's just how I'm going to deal with it, because I don't depend on freeloader business. Like, I want the community to be very active. So please, guys, every single day, share your trade ideas, share what you're looking at, send some feedback if you see somebody post. Let's keep the group active. Let's keep the group alive. Let's keep the movement alive. You don't know. Thanks a lot for chilling with me on another Sunday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow or later, depending on how the market looks. All right. So much love and respect. Remember to please like. Also, guys, I started a new business venture called Top Card. So you can find it at Top Card now on Instagram. So you can just follow, comment, share, all the good stuff. I appreciate the support. So until tomorrow or till we meet again, thanks a lot for chilling with me, guys, and I'll see you when I see you. Big up Tina and Shakur for joining the live. You don't know, big up on yourself. Big up yourself, bro. We'll link up. All right, guys, big up.